The Goofy Foot's having some trouble in this round today. Medina's going to try to change that around as he's out in the lineup, representing the former world champs, taking on Jeremy Flores and Jordy Smith for another highlighted heat to watch. Joe Turpel with Martin Potter, former world champ, calling the action. Little opportunity there. Jordy is curious, and he'll check this one out. First wave of the matchup. Smith, layback hack just to get a turn out of the way. Clean little wrapping cutback on a 2-foot section. Lays down the back foot one more time for a third move, and just a quiet little warm-up, but casing that power once again.
Deciding to open up with this nice little insider. Big hooking turn, kind of got a little stuck, but then came out nice and clean and fixed it up. So Jordy Smith getting the ball rolling early, which kind of like that, you know, I mean, why not? Some beautiful little waves coming through. Jordy, first maneuver as he lays back into it, that beautiful hack. A little bit off balance, but regathered it, pulled that board back under his feet and came out firing on those next couple of turns. Got these throwaways already though, so for Gabriel Medina, he really needs good results from here on in if he wants that world title.
Jordy Smith up again. Layback hack looking solid for the South African. Lively rock and roll float into a fin throw, into reverse attempt. He's incomplete.
Jordy knows what he needs to do to get those big scores. Let's have a look here. Double pump bottom turn, and there it is, that beautiful searing maneuver from Smith up through the lip again. So showing some variety, some combination of major maneuvers, just a bit of disconnection from the board there.
Ian and Jeremy have had some crazy battles and heats, especially with getting positioning. Well, Medina finally breaks free to get this started. Drawn out carve, wants the lip to show up, so you'd kind of think Jeremy would win that battle just to regain priority to really control the best wave of the heat. And unfortunately for Ace, for Goofy Foot missing out on Uluwatu, that definitely is going to sting. Watching Medina set up that first turn, a vertical snap down the line. Nice drift off the lip. Round the corner, arcs it, and start to put away the inside corner. So Medina's best so far, needed a 7.5 for the leadoff Jordy Smith.
Well, that's when he does his best surfing, isn't it? He finds that rhythm, catches a lot of waves, and starts loosening up. And you know, you can tell he's starting to work on a certain kind of move that he really wants to produce. Right here, you can tell this upside down into the lip, free fall drop right there, creating a bit of drama and coming out nicely through the end of it. So Medina looking sharp, and as he did the other day, Joe, he looked really good, but just didn't finish his waves off.
You have 12 surfers remaining, already 2 eliminations from the last 2 heats as we drive down the line in the pit with Jeremy Flores, but not getting the exit. Trying to max out the tube time.
Really gone begging right there for Jeremy Flores. Misuse of priority, you could say.
And a tough one there, waiting so long. You want to start off with a bang. He'll try to recover now on his way back out, just to look at it. When you know you're letting 15 minutes off the clock, start with an excellent number. So Flores is going to have to find a new way to win this heat. Jordy's up. A lot of momentum. The South African lays into a massive layback carve, but he can't hang on. To 19:30 on the clock, as we mentioned, not the best start this season. Sitting in the late 20s. First time he's gone this far in 2018. Watching Flores throw down that carve to start. More water out the back on that wrapping cutback. And now driving through the inside corner. Rips one off the lip and gets out. So Jeremy turns in his best score so far.
Super powerful, and I think this is a really good move for Jeremy here, just getting a good score on the board. No one's really taken this heat by the, no one's charging ahead, so to speak. No one's really had a good solid wave just yet. So Jeremy just getting himself back in, some nice clean surfing from Flores. I love the body language that he brings to it. I love that pivot that his upper body makes. You can see how he comes off the bottom here and draws off that turn, off those fins, and then really hooks into this turn. More of a layback snap there, but then brings that upper body around, accentuating that maneuver, putting a bit more into it, creating that real powerful exit out of the turn and into the next maneuver, throwing a lot of spray through the sky as well. So Jeremy putting a lot into that turn there, and definitely his best score so far.
Thank you, Rosie Hodge from East London, South Africa, longtime competitor on the top 17. She's watching this from the water. Flores deep off the bottom. Nice rip on the open face. Good for one move, and he's got to get out of there. Remember, his wave before was in the 4 range, 4.43. Even though Jeremy wanted more turns, wanted a better section, it was enough just to change things around in the top 3. But Medina quickly making a move here. Deep bottom turn, perfect vertical snap. Backhand float, airdropping, controls it.
Oh.
Misses the 3rd decision. But 2 completions there. Well, that score will definitely get him back into the top 2, but missing an end section here at Karamas has been tough for the world's best.
These guys are really going into that last maneuver, you know, really at 110%. Medina, beautiful snap off the top. I love that drift that he gets off his fins, and again up and over the top. A little bit off balance there, so really needed to try and connect with that last maneuver.
A handful of years since the world's best were out here when Parco beat Michelle Perez in the final. Jordy Smith kicks things off with a carved to tail release in that layback fashion.
Jordy, though, have a look at this turn from him. Just that release that he gets is just incredible, and then a bit of a mistimed bottom turn. But as he goes into this maneuver, releasing those fins, letting it slide, look at the control that he has. That is just unbelievable right there from Jordy Smith.
Getting everybody excited for what's coming out the back. Stalling is the 2-time pipe master. Flores back into daylight. Wrapping cutback, and he will look to seal the deal. Clean top turn wrap. A lot of variety as well down the stretch. Flores happy anytime he's in the pit.
Joe, it's been an emotional roller coaster of a year for the young man, but he's taking the bull by the horns, and he's absolutely looking fantastic. Surfing really sharp, picking the right ways. Great decision making as well. Nice tube ride, finishing strong from Jeremy. And his boards are looking good as well. I think in the past, Jeremy's equipment really has hindered his potential, but look at that, just takes off nice and clean, slides in, there's that extra little pump, and then right in front of Jordy, beautiful wrapping turn. Now Jordy Smith had priority taking that first wave, leaving Jeremy out the back, so maybe a little bit of a mistake right there.
Wave yesterday was just so incredible. Can't wait to see what goes down in that one. Meanwhile, a serious carve. Once again, Jordy Smith dismantles the open face. And a little wrap to reverse, he'll go down on the inside corner. But just like that, he's given us so many different versions of what you can do on the face of the wave here at Karaman.
Jordy Smith, just that first turn, devastating. He needs something good, though. He's down in that hot seat, Joe, in 3rd spot, and there it is again. I mean, we saw some of that yesterday. Jordy Smith bringing it and absolutely ripping this wave to pieces. I'm not sure about that little turn. Finish your wave on your feet, I think, is probably a better way. Look at this maneuver, though. Just perfect positioning right there. And there's a different one. You saw him slide the tail on the last wave. And that one right there just really gouging into it. So one big maneuver. Unfortunately, not a lot of vertical face after that.
Medina getting involved now. Perfect section to slap it vertically. Right into a carve. Wave trimming in size, but it'll hang in there. So 3-turn combination for Medina. Looking to improve on a 4.93. Jordy fighting for that spot in 2nd. First turn was lethal.
Yeah, lethal. I mean, that turn is insane from Gabriel. Beautiful fading turn into the next turn. And then just not much else on offer. So 2 solid maneuvers from Gabriel. Kind of stopped paddling. Jordy pulled back. Jordy's not waving his hands, though. Here goes Gabriel.
And no flip of the script. Flores still holding that P next to his name. Medina winding up for something big.
Oh,
Board gets hung up right on the takeoff. Jordy's on the next one. Has a beautiful lip line, full rotation. Greases the landing. And kicks out right in front of Gabriel Medina for an absolute battle and fight for 2nd priority as we pass the 5-minute warning. Shoulder to shoulder. Jordy with one of the biggest wingspans on tour, and Medina with the biggest heart to never back down in a fight.
Here we go. Let's have a look at Jordy's wave, Joe, as he rides down the line here. Now he goes to the air. Beautiful rotation. Lands nice and clean into a little bit of a wrap. and kicks out right in front of Gabriel Medina, and then game on. Let's have a look at the air reverse here. Nice grab, perfect spin. Lands nice and clean. So Jordy down in that number 3rd spot, needing a 5.44.
Now they're all on the move. Medina's shown that he wants this wave, so Flores will use his priority. Nice, easy exit for the 2-time pipe master. Jeremy wraps it. Layback wrap on the inside corner for Flores. Jordy uses his priority quickly. Big wind-up, layback, blowtail, incomplete. So now that gives Medina 50 seconds to chase a 5.61 to give himself a shot in the quarterfinals.
And I'm not sure whether Medina stood up in time, Joe.
Where our judge screen scoring that last ride. So it looks like they're taking a close look at his feet on the takeoff to see if they'll be throwing a number at that last effort. It'd have to be at least a 5.88.
Are you feeling it if he does?
Just didn't have that same kind of energy on it, Potts.
No. When you look at Jeremy's last ride, 4.7 for the tube ride to that big, huge maneuver. A smaller inside wave for Gabriel Medina. There it is.
Gabriel Medina just out of time at the end. Jeremy Flores and Jordy Smith moving on to the quarterfinals in a close decision.